This has been one of the best seasons of a Star Wars show ever. Let me just start with that. Episode 6 of Season 2, aptly titled The Tragedy, was one of those episodes that fills you with all kinds of emotions. So let's break it down. Obviously, spoilers for Episode 6 ahead, so be warned. I really enjoyed the opening scene of this episode a lot. I believe it was the first time we heard Din laugh. Overall, I think it was one of the more impactful scenes regarding Din Djarin's relationship to Grogu. It was obvious how much the kid has come to mean to him, and it also gave me a very bad feeling about how this episode would end. Tython itself was a little disappointing, I must say. I didn't expect the show to do a deep dive on the history or lore of Tython by any means, but I guess I expected, I don't know, a little bit more than just grassy, rocky terrain with a platform on a mountain. Seeing the infamous Slave One appear in the sky was absolutely chilling. The look of it and the sound of it, it's just classic Star Wars. Now let's talk about Boba Fett. First, he was absolutely going to town on the hapless stormtroopers with a gaffi stick, but once he got his trademark armor, it was over. I have a good friend, and you know who you are, who has always complained that Boba Fett is overrated because he barely did anything in the movies but accidentally got knocked into a Sarlacc pit. Well, no more. Boba Fett was an absolute machine, and I think is now well worth his legendary reputation. It was cool to see Fennec make a return as well. I enjoyed seeing Boba, Fennec, and Din work together. Unfortunately, they didn't account for the Dark Troopers. The Dark Troopers looked sleek. We didn't get to see them in combat this time, but they did look quite formidable. To me, they look like a mix between the Phase 1 Dark Troopers and the Phase 3 Dark Troopers from Legends. Everyone, I'd like you all to press F in the comment section to pay your respects to the Razor Crest. It may have been the equivalent of a soccer mom's beaten down minivan, but it was a good ship. It will be missed. And this episode ended in a rather dark place. Grogu is in the hands of Moff Gideon, who will no doubt do awful things to him unless he is rescued. I'm hoping Din Djarin gets the Star Wars Avengers together to go rescue him. I'm talking Bill Burr, Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, Boba Fett, Fennec, Cara Dune, Cobb Vanth, and Greef Karga. That would be awesome. The last important thing I want to talk about is the fact that this episode finally ended the long-time debate about Jango Fett's status. It turns out that he was a foundling, the same as Din Djarin, so Boba Fett is essentially a Mandalorian. It's good that this will be finally put to rest. Overall, I really did enjoy this episode, though it felt so short. I couldn't believe it when it was over. I was convinced that there should have been another 15 minutes at least. I wish that these episodes were more consistently longer, especially when each season only has 8. However, I liked basically everything else about this episode. It was another fun one, and a treat for Star Wars fans. This season of The Mandalorian has given me excitement that the sequel trilogy never dreamt of giving me, and that includes this episode. I'm gonna grade it as an A-, definitely another strong one. But let me know what you thought of episode 6 in the comments down below, as well as any interesting observations that you may have had. Remember to like and subscribe. We've been really pumping out the content lately, and you guys seem to be enjoying it, so thanks for that. It's always genuinely so rewarding to read your comments. Anyway, I'm Zach, and I'll see you in the future.